So when looking to erase the background of an image, we may think to go to the eraser tool and start to paint around the subject, removing everything in the background. But the problem with that is, if there's elements of the image we've erased and we're not happy with, the only way to go back is to go back through the process we've created, and therefore we delete a lot of the hard work we've done. So this is where a layer mask can help. Going into the original image again, if we select the quick selection tool and drag on the image we want to remove, around the rocks, around the dog, once selected, if we select the layer mask, should the dog remove or the subject in the foreground remove, just go into the layer mask and click Command and I to invert the mask. Now that the dog's removed, we can grab the brush, make sure we're in the layer mask up here in the square, and all we need to remember is that black removes, make sure we're in full black, and white reveals, and keep that in full white. And we can toggle between the two colours here. So with the full black selected, we can zoom in, alter the brush size as we wish using the bracket key, and we can go around the subject, taking our time to remove the last bits of the background. This will take a lot of time, and some of the refiner edges may be a problem. Some of the hair area, we could find a brush that's a similar hairstyle and start to paint it in, but it's going to take a lot of time, and personally don't think you're going to get the best results. So if we just delete this now, I'm going to show you the best way to cut out an image, change the background, and maintain some of this hair. So we're to grab the Polygonal Lasso tool, which is this one here. If you're comfortable with the pen tool, fantastic. If not, and you're a bit of a beginner, this will give the ability to click from point to point and select the area you wish to cut out. So here you can see I'm going around the rocks. You can take a lot more time when you're doing your version. Now when we come to something with hair, it could be a hair on a female model, an animal, what we want to do is click close to, but just around it, so not fully in the image or not right to it, just closely to it, remaining some of the background image around the nose. Remembering there's some finer hairs and finer details around the eyes, the whiskers. These all maintain a realistic image, and to delete these would not be correct. So we go around the ears, nice and easy, just keep clicking around. Around the back, obviously we're going to keep the rocks in where the dog is sat. And finally closing the loop, let's zoom out, and we can see that's all selected. We click the layer mask again, this icon, the square with the circle in it. You can see that's selected now. Everything from the background, majority of it is gone. And again, we could go back into the brush, we could start to reintroduce color, remove color, but again, that's going to take a lot of time. So if we right click in the layer mask and go down to select a mask. Here up in this transparency bar, we can see if we increase it to 100, we can see just what's selected. And if we bring it down to 0, we can see the full image. So it gives us that little blend between the two. We can see what's selected and what used to be in the image and what is still there. Now we want to go up to the Refine Edge tool, which is the second one down here. Zoom in. We can alter the brush size using the bracket key, or up in the plus and the minus in the top bar. I want to softly paint now around these areas, and what it should be doing is leaving in the whiskers, the fine hairs, and just cutting out the background color. We can increase the brush size if we're confident in some areas. speed up the process. A few problem areas here, go back in, click again, around the back. Done a pretty good job. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So once we're happy, if we look at this now, it's not a bad job. We click OK. Now we can see there's a slightly more refined edge. Now if we go new layer, new fill layer, solid color, click OK, and we drag this behind. We just allow us to see what we've cut out and what's left. I'm going to slightly select a lighter color, maybe like a light grey. So you can see it's quite messy. It's quite a bit of blue on the whiskers around it. Some problem areas here. So this way a little bit more refinement. If we just go back into the layer mask, and we are going to use the brush now, and remembering that black deletes, white reveals, we can toggle between the two. I'm going to clean up these areas that are left over. So just paint away. Take as much time as you need to get this right. But as you can see, the process is very simple. Some of these areas here. Some of the colours blurred off. Down here. Around the nose, bring the brush in. So, big improvement. We've cleaned up a lot of that mess around the hair, some of the area above. Now, the last problem area for me is that the edges of the hair aren't really the right colour. They've brought some of the background. It's that really refined part where it's pulling between the blue of the background, the white of the hair. We've got this kind of pale grey, pale blue down the bottom here. So this is a good tip now to really bring this to life, is to create a new layer. And if we hold Option key, and you'll get this symbol here, this arrow that's pointing down. And that means if I select that, anything within this layer is only going to affect this. It wouldn't affect the background color that we've got here. It would only affect the dog. So if we go into that layer now, we get the Eyedropper tool, which is this tool here. I'm going to zoom in and we're going to select part of the color of the hair. You can see it selected that there, and it's now down bottom in the color palette. Get our brush. Let's bring it down to about 63. Increase the size, and we're just going to want to paint this colour in. And if you look closely, the finer edges of the hair now are matching the colour of the dog. We're getting such a more natural image. You have to be careful to keep, the colours of the hair will change due to lighting and the area of the dog. Keep picking those and get as close to what it's near. Again, pick a different colour. Go in and refine the edge. Maybe increase the opacity if you're confident to go around. Take a lot more time, make sure the colours are right, but you can see the results you get from doing this. Even the finer whiskers here around the eyes have all been selected. They're all still present. Around the nose. Again, I've not used the right colours everywhere here. I'm just increasing the speed of this so I can show you how it's done. Now we can see that we've got such a nicer edge now. If we grab a new image and bring that in, scale this up with Command and T. You can see that the edges now around the dog are much cleaner. It's hard to really tell that where it's come from, that it's from a different image. Obviously there's other things we do now to refine this with lighting, but for the purpose of the tutorial I just wanted to show an easy way to cut an image out, cut the background out, replace an image using layer masks, and having that flexibility to delete and reintroduce backgrounds at ease. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks.